You're handing 50% of your paycheck to a landlord or a bank. And when the economy collapses, that bank owns every wall around you. You own nothing. Nearly half of all American renters spend over 30% of their income on housing. That's not a home. That's a debt sentence. Last year, 1.1 million people experienced homelessness. 7.3 million affordable units are missing from the market. The system isn't broken. It was designed this way. The biggest mistake modern people make is assuming they need a contractor, a bank loan, and a truckload of drywall. History proves otherwise. Before the mortgage existed, our ancestors built homes that lasted centuries using nothing but earth, straw, and stone. Today we're ranking the 7 natural building methods that free you from mortgage slavery forever. From simplest to most powerful. These methods made the list for 5 reasons. 1. No mortgage required. Material costs low enough to pay cash. When the bank owns nothing, nobody can take your home. 2. Locally sourced materials. Earth, straw, stone, lime, water. Available within miles of your build site. 0 supply chain dependency. 3. Passive heating and cooling. Thermal mass and breathability eliminate or drastically reduce energy bills. 4. Proven for centuries. Cobb homes in Devon standing since the 1400s. Taos Pueblo occupied for over 1,000 years. 5. Owner buildable, no contractor, no bank, just earth, not the fanciest methods, not the newest technology, just walls that outlast your grandchildren and cost less than a used car. Subscribe now, because when the housing market crashes, this knowledge becomes the difference between owning your shelter and begging a bank for permission to keep a roof over your head. Method number 7. Adobe. The oldest modular building system on Earth. Sun-dried earth bricks that built civilizations across 4 continents. Adobe walls provide exceptional thermal mass. They absorb heat during the day, release it at night. Interior temperatures stay 20 to 30 degrees cooler than peak outdoor heat. No mechanical system required. Standard wall thickness, 10 to 14 inches. Here's what most people get wrong. They use cement mortar between Adobe bricks. Cement is stronger than Adobe. When temperatures shift, cement doesn't flex. The weaker Adobe absorbs all the stress and shatters. The Getty Conservation Institute documented this exact failure mode. Use mud mortar, same material as the brick. The wall moves as one unit. To build, source clay-rich subsoil from your site. Mix with sand, water and straw. Pack into wooden molds, 10 by 14 by 4 inches. Sun-dry for 2 to 4 weeks, turning after 1 week. Lay bricks in running bond with mud mortar. Install a bond beam at the top to distribute roof load. Apply lime plaster as a sacrificial weathercoat. The plaster takes the rain damage. You replaster. The wall survives centuries. Roof overhangs 18 to 24 inches minimum. Adobe's only enemy is sustained water contact. Taos Pueblo, occupied for over 1,000 years. But the next method doesn't require any molds at all. You sculpt walls with your bare hands. Method number 6. Cobb. Monolithic earth walls built by hand. No forms, no molds, no bricks. Just earth, straw and water mixed and stacked wet. Cobb walls are traditionally 1 meter thick. That mass stores enormous amounts of heat. The entire wall is a single monolith reinforced by straw fibers throughout. Earthquake resistant, fire resistant. Here's what nobody tells you about Cobb. The walls breathe. Moisture passes through them via diffusion and evaporation. Indoor humidity self-regulates. A natural masonry home can absorb approximately 500 gallons of moisture before saturating. A conventional metal-sided house with gypsum, about 5 gallons. That's the difference between a wall that manages moisture and a wall that hides it until black mold destroys your health. Build on a stone or concrete foundation raised minimum 12 inches above grade. Cobb's only structural enemy is rising damp. The foundation is the boot. It keeps the wall's feet dry. Apply Cobb in lifts of 6 to 12 inches shaped by hand, each lift drying to leather hard before the next. The rule, a good hat and good boots, protect the top and bottom. The middle takes care of itself. Thousands of Cobb homes in Devon dating from the 1400s remain standing and occupied today. 600 years. Material cost, the price of your labour and a bag of lime. But what if you don't have clay-rich soil? The next method uses an agricultural waste product available in every farming county. Method number 5, straw bale, the insulation champion. Walls that outperform conventional 2x6 stud construction by double. Built from what farmers used to burn as waste. Standard 3-string bale wall, 23 inches thick. Plastered straw bale walls tested for fire resistance exceed conventional framing. Compressed straw sealed in plaster has no air gaps to feed flames. Here's something most contractors will never tell you. When a 100-year-old straw bale house in Nebraska was dismantled, the straw inside could still be fed to livestock. A century of service and the material was still sound. That's not a lifespan problem, that's a reputation problem, because the construction industry can't profit from walls made of farm waste. Source 3-string bales, moisture content below 20% at installation. Build a post and beam timber frame, elevate the foundation 12 inches minimum, stack bales in running bond, pin with bamboo stakes or rebar, apply lime plaster in 3 coats, never cement lime, it traps moisture, seal every penetration. Air leaks are the #1 cause of moisture failure, roof overhangs 24 inches minimum. Properly built straw bale houses measure their lifespan in centuries, not decades. But straw needs a frame. The next method is the frame. Monolithic walls that carry their own roof weight. Method number 4, rammed earth, compressed sedimentary walls, load-bearing, fireproof, the aesthetic of poured concrete without the mortgage-sized price tag. Rammed earth lowers embodied energy by up to 70% and carbon emissions by over 90% compared to conventional concrete, the biggest mistake earth builders make, assuming rammed earth only works in warm climates. In Butte, Alaska, the Aleutian Housing Authority built a stabilized rammed earth home. 2 8-inch rammed earth layers, 8 inches of insulation between them, R-value of 40, stable temperature, stable humidity, good indoor air quality in Alaska. They wanted the most energy-efficient, healthiest home at the lowest cost. They got all 3. Place moistened soil in 4 to 6 inch lifts inside formwork. Compact each lift until the soil rings solid. Each layer creates a visible striation. That layered pattern is the signature aesthetic. Remove forms after 24 to 48 hours. The wall is immediately load-bearing. A well-built rammed earth wall eventually becomes something similar to sedimentary rock. But thermal mass alone isn't enough everywhere. The next method solves the insulation problem most earth builders ignore, and it sequesters carbon while you live in it. Method number 3. Hempcrete, the carbon-negative wall, a building material that absorbs more CO2 than it produces. Thermal conductivity, 90 to 160 milliwatts per meter, Kelvin. Standard concrete, 1300 to 1950. That's roughly 10 times more insulative. Moisture buffering capacity exceeds 2 grams per square meter per % relative humidity. Noise reduction coefficient exceeds 0.44, compared to conventional materials at 0.05 to 0.25. Here's the secret most builders miss. Hempcrete isn't structural. Compressive strength, only 0.5 to 10 megapascals versus 32 for load-bearing concrete. It doesn't hold up your roof. It insulates, breathes, and sequesters carbon. But it needs a timber frame. Builders who try to make hempcrete load-bearing are designing failures. Builders who use it as infill insulation are designing homes that outlast them. The lime binder continues to carbonate for years after installation, actually getting stronger with age. The alkalinity provides natural resistance to mold and insects. No chemical treatments. Self-preserving. But what about breathability as a complete system? The next method isn't a material. It's the framework that makes or breaks every method on this list. Method number 2. The building triangle system. 3 variables, thermal mass, moisture management, and breathability. Get one wrong, and your walls fail within a decade. Get all 3 right, and they outlast the Roman Empire. The biggest mistake focusing on thermal mass and ignoring moisture. Perfectly thick walls that rot from the inside because someone used cement plaster instead of lime, or wrapped the exterior in house wrap. The wall couldn't breathe. If a wall can't breathe, moisture gets trapped. Mold grows, structure fails. Every single time. Match thermal mass to your climate. Choose breathable finishes exclusively. Design moisture drainage at every level. The plaster is sacrificial. It protects the wall by taking the weather damage itself. When plaster fails, repair immediately. But all these methods fail without one critical integration. The next system combines walls, energy, water, food, and waste into a single autonomous structure. Method number 1. The integrated autonomous system. Not just a house. A machine that heats itself, catches its own water, treats its own waste, grows its own food, and generates its own power. Total independence from every utility bill and every municipal system. 6 systems working together. Thermal heating through earth-bermed walls and passive solar. Energy from rooftop solar. Water harvesting from roof catchment. On-site wastewater treatment through constructed wetland planters. Interior food production in greenhouse corridors. Construction from 50% recycled materials. Rammed earth tile walls. Aluminum can walls, bottle walls. Waste becomes structure. The Earthship Academy in Taos has taught this for decades. 4 weeks, half classrooms, half active build sites, the foremost autonomous building school in the world, and most people have never heard of it. A 1,500 square foot roof in an area receiving 12 inches of annual rainfall captures approximately 11,000 gallons per year. That's your water supply from your roof. Now, what didn't make the list? Conventional stick frame. Requires a mortgage. Average cost over $150 per square foot professionally built. When the economy collapses, the bank still owns it. You rented from a bank with extra steps, shipping containers, no thermal mass, no breathability. Metal conducts heat aggressively. They rust. An industrial waste product marketed as innovation. 3D printed homes, proprietary machines, proprietary mixes. You don't own the means of production. Own a building means you are the machine. 3 fatal mistakes that destroy natural buildings. 1. Using cement where lime belongs. Cement mortar cracks Adobe. Cement plaster traps moisture in Cobb. Cement stucco rots straw bale from the inside. The solution is always lime. Lime breathes. Lime flexes. Lime has been Earth Building's partner for thousands of years. Cement has been its enemy for 100. 2. Inadequate foundation. Every natural wall fails from the bottom up. Stone or concrete. 12 inches above grade. French drain. Capillary break. Skip the foundation details and your 600-year wall becomes a 6-year wall. 3. Insufficient roof protection. Minimum overhang 18 to 24 inches. In driving rain, 36. The roof is the hat. The foundation is the boot. Maintain the hat first. Always. You've got until the next recession. Build now while land is still acquirable, while you still have income to invest in your own freedom instead of a landlord's retirement fund. These 7 methods represent thousands of years of building knowledge. Those structures are still standing while your neighbour's 30-year mortgage hasn't even been paid off. Which method will you build first? Cobb for zero material cost, straw bale for maximum insulation, the full integrated autonomous system for total independence? Drop your answer in the comments. Subscribe now. Stop paying rent on someone else's asset. Stop paying a mortgage on a house the bank owns. Build walls that outlast your grandchildren from the dirt beneath your feet.